Hello, good afternoon. You're tuned into CNBC TV18. You're watching Your Stocks coming live from the CNBC TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Vinny Motiwala. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. Looking at the markets today, we are seeing green on the screen, right? No complaining there. The Nifty is managing to hold on to gains of almost 0.5% now. It's up almost 120 points as of now. 26,000 comfortably. So the starting of the new series has come on a positive footing. Let's talk about the Nifty IT. That's managing to hold on to gains. Support coming in there. Nifty Bank managing to hold on to gains as well. And what's shining bright today is the metal pack. So Nifty Metal also is among the top sectoral gainers that we've seen coming. So keep an eye out on the Nifty Metal. Broader end of the market, let's look at that. We have Nifty Mid Cap. That's also managing to hold on to good gains right now. Almost near the day's high point is what the Nifty Mid Cap is trading at. Small Cap similarly is also holding on to a bit of a gain right now in the trading session. So keep an eye out on that. A good recovery coming for the Nifty Small Cap as well. At one point of time, down 0.1%. Now it's up 0.3%. So that's something that we'll be keeping an eye out on. You have important updates that are coming in also at the bottom of your screen for you all. Telecom Ministry is talking, and this is to CNBC TV18, in terms of the update for Vodafone Idea. The Supreme Court order, they said, held that AGR resolution is a policy issue, will be left open to the government. And furthermore, they're saying that the Supreme Court, it's an alert for you all. Supreme Court order on AGR is yet to be published. So we'll wait out for those details over there. The Telecom Ministry is saying that we are yet to receive the order from the Supreme Court with regards to this AGR case. So keep an eye out on Vodafone Idea. That's the one we'll watch out for as well, and along with that in the stars as well. But this is a show where we solve all your stock-related queries, so let's get right to it. And for that, we have our experts for today, Somil Mehta of Mirae Asset Sharekhan, as well as Astha Jain, Research Analyst, Securities, joining us to answer all the stock-related queries. Somil as well as Astha, good afternoon, and thank you so much, as always, for joining us on the show. Somil, a quick check in terms of the market before we jump to the queries. 26,000, today the new series has started on that note. What are we watching out for?
Good afternoon to everyone. Absolutely positive, great momentum in the market. Some sectors like metals and banking, they both are doing really good. Next level to watch out for in Nifty is 26,200, 26,250, which is very close to the all-time highs. That would be my short-term target. In the very short term, the support would be around 25,800. I'm not expecting markets to go below 25,800 at this point of time in the very short term, and the momentum should continue. Buy on decline should be the strategy.
Okay, buy on decline should be the strategy. But let's get started with those queries then. We have Rudra Swami, who's writing to us from Chennai. He's holding 200 shares of Mastek. This is at a price of 2,200 rupees per share, making a little bit of loss in this one. Now, he's a mid-term and medium-term investor, wants to know the future prospects of the stock. Mastek, Astha, what's your view for this one?
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. Talking about Mastek, the quarter two of FY26 was a quarter of a steady performance, in which we have seen margin expansion as well. Now, what we are seeing is the growth across their AI-led, verticals, and this growth momentum, I believe, will going to continue for coming few quarters as well. And looking after the geographic expansion also, I think this counter is well placed to move till the level of 2,400 to 2,500. So recommending a hold on this counter with a price target of 2,400 to 2,500.
2,400 to 2,500 is the price target that you're seeing. Continue to hold. Now, Somil, what's your view coming in for this one? YTD, the performance hasn't been great, right, for Mastek. Being an IT company, is this one of those bets that you would look at, or maybe it's another company that you would suggest? And what would you tell the viewer to do right now?
I think in the very short term, yes, there could be a bounce here till the 200 daily moving average, which is around 2,400 levels. But I'm not expecting anything in the medium term outlook. So medium term outlook still remains negative because we've had lower top, lower bottom formation on the weekly charts and still trading below 40 daily moving average. So negative in the medium term, but I'm expecting a bounce to continue till 200 daily moving average. Target should be 2,400.
Okay, 2,400 as a target coming in there from both our experts. Let's move on to the next query then. This is coming from Shrikant, who's writing to us from Telangana. He's holding 35,000 shares of South Indian Bank. Price is 20 rupees. Wants to know if he should continue to hold or book his profits. Astha, South Indian Bank.
Looking good to us as we are expecting the loan growth to be maintained at a CAGR of 11 to 12%. And what we are seeing that now the management is talking more about, their shift towards the MSME and the retail sector. So I think that is also looking good to us along with the good asset quality. So going ahead, we believe that with the loan growth of around 11 to 12% CAGR, this bank is well poised to move up from here. Recommending a hold as well as buy on dip strategies can also be applied to this counter. However, our price target for both the cases is anywhere between 47 to 50 rupees.
And your view, Somil?
Absolutely positive in the medium term outlook. In the very short term, I would not suggest anyone to enter this stock right now because it already has very good run up in the last couple of weeks. And now the crucial support should be around 37. That could be a stop loss as well, a trailing stop loss for a positional trader. On the upside, my target should be around 42, 43 levels in the next coming 1 month.
Okay, in the next 1 month, 40 to 43 levels is maybe something that they could keep an eye out on. So short-term target over there is what we could watch out for. Also, Astha had mentioned some levels of around 47 as well. So keep an eye out on the stock. Maybe short-term you can hold and then book your profits. But next query for today is coming from PC Acharya, who's writing to us from Bangalore. He's holding 100 shares of Tata Motors. Price is 600 rupees per share. They want to know whether they should continue to hold this for the long term. What should they be keeping an eye out on? Astha, what's your view coming in for Tata Motors? Obviously, we have now a separate PV as well as a CV division as well. So right now, PV is here on the listed exchanges. CV has come off there and we'll wait for that listing. But Tata Motors, what should they be doing now?
I think one should remain invested in this counter for the price target of somewhere between 440 to 450 rupees. I'm not giving a big price target to this counter, but I believe that this counter can move till those levels. Now, talking about the fundamental, in the fundamental, the only optimism right now which we are having is that the UK US deal or maybe Europe US deal can have a some sort of positive impact on the JLR. And that is why I think the company will be showing decent performance going ahead. So right now, this is the only thing which we are finding positive for this counter and hence recommending a hold. All the price targets are not higher at this point of the time. We are just restricting ourselves 440 to 450 price targets.
Okay, keep an eye out on those levels over there. This is Astha for Tata Motors PV only, right now?
Right, Tata Motors.
Yeah, because then they'll get the shares of Tata Motors CV as well. So this is for the PV division. Keep an eye out on this level over there. Somil, your view?
Tata Motors PV, very similar to Tata Motors. We definitely will have CV later on. But low top, low bottom formation, trading below 200 daily moving average. I will wait for a breakout on the upside. I would avoid at this point of time to enter the stock. If I have a position, I would exit and enter probably Ashok Leyland or some other stock in the auto pack. But right now, for Tata Motors PV, I'll wait for a breakout above 445, which is a very crucial resistance for the stock. Once it is above that, I think the next level on the upside would be 500, 525 in the medium term outlook.
Okay, keeping an eye out on those levels over there. Let's move on to the next query, and this has come from Shweta Agarwal, who's writing to us from Mumbai. She's holding 350 shares of RBL Bank, price is 220 rupees per share, and 300 shares of Central Bank of India, and price is 30 rupees per share. She wants to know what should she be doing in terms of the long-term story, continue to hold both the stocks. Astha, your view, RBL Bank as well as Central Bank of India. RBL Bank, obviously, you have those recent announcements that have come in as well, but with the stock, what should they be doing?
So both are the candidates of hold from my side. With the central bank, we have a price target of somewhere at around 45 rupees to 50 rupees. Now talking about the RBL bank, RBL Bank is also looking good to us with a price target of 340 to 350 in the medium term. Talking about this counter, yes, this Emirates deal will definitely be a very great deal, and I think it will unfold some sort of growth opportunities for this counter. And in fact, whatever results they have announced, I think advances growth was a very strong advances growth which they have posted, and there was a margin expansion also. So I think all in all, on the back of a strong numbers and the kind of deal which is ongoing, definitely this is a whole candidate with a price target of 350.
Okay. Somil, your view for both the and Central Bank, Astha, did you mention that?
Yeah,
Target?
here also we are recommending a bull with a price target of around, yes, 45 rupees.
45 rupees. Okay. Somil, your view?
RBL Bank definitely positive. Medium term outlook. I think the next target would be around 360, 370 levels. Crucial levels around 300. I'm not expecting the stock to go below 300 levels. So keep that in your mind. For central bank, it has just broken out of a small triangle pattern. It is, there is a basing out pattern going on for a little while now. It was in a downtrend, but I think this is a reversal point for the stock. Anything above a close above 4150, I think that will be a breakout point, and the next target would be around 47, and the next target would be 53. So these are the two targets, but wait for a breakout about 4150.
Okay, keeping an eye on those levels over there. On that note, we're actually going to slip into a very short break. But a quick note for our viewers, you must have noticed there is a money control stock score just above the line graph over there, and this is a score assigned to each stock based on money control's multi-factor algorithm. It is calculated by analyzing over 40 parameters, including both current and historical financial statements, price charts and technical indicators for each stock. Now, each of the individual parameters considered for calculation of the four factors are assigned a score, which is then aggregated to arrive at an overall Q factor score, G factor score, V factor score and T factor score. Remember, this is not a buy or sell recommendation. Any investor or viewer is advised to carry out necessary diligence on their own or through certified registered financial advisors for investment decisions. Welcome back to your stocks on CNBC TV18. Market still about the 26,000 mark. But let's keep it going with the stock-related queries then. This next query that we have is coming from Shankar Das, who's writing to us from Mumbai. 200 shares of M&M is what he's holding. The price is 3,136 crores. And he's asking if we should continue to hold this for the long term. Astha, your view?
View is positive with a price target of 3750 to 3800 in the short to medium term. Now, talking about M&M, definitely with their new launches in the electric sport utility vehicles, and there are various variants which they are really launching. I think the company is well poised to move up from here, from the stock price momentum wise. And in fact, the kind of EV production the company is doing, I think definitely it will have an impact on their financials going ahead. So all in all, M&M is looking good to us with a price target of 3750 to 3800. A hold is recommended on this count.
Okay, hold is recommended for M&M. Somil, your view for the long term, what is the target that you would give the viewer?
For NMM, I think the support here is 3,390. That's the first support, and the next support is around 3,200. These are the two support levels. I'm not expecting a very sharp correction, but in the very short term, there could be a sideways pause for a little while. On the weekly charts also, it's been trading in a broad range between 3,400 and 3,700. So I'm expecting this broad range to continue. Overall, my view remains positive for a target of around 3,800, 3,900 levels. But that will be a medium to long-term view, not in the short term.
Okay, that's the view there coming in for M&M. Let's move on to the next query. This is coming from Sai Prakash, who's writing to us from Hyderabad. He holds 1,850 shares of BHEL. Price is 263 rupees per share. He is asking if he should continue to hold this for the time period of next 3 months. Astha, BHEL, what are you keeping an eye out on? They're expected to report their numbers today as well.
So definitely, I would like to see the order book because order books inflow or the order inflow for Q1 FY26 was strong. I suppose it was above 40% at 13,445 crore, if I'm not wrong with my numbers. So here, I really want to see the order book because what we have seen in the Q1 FY26 that there were some challenges in the earning, which we have seen in this company's financial performance. So my whole analysis is majorly dependent on the strong order inflow which this company will be showing in case if any. And hence, right now, just wait and watch for the numbers. Meanwhile, I would suggest to hold this counter. And the price target which we are setting for this counter at the initial level is around 260 to 270.
Okay. Keeping an eye out on those levels over there. Short-term target, Somil, for this one?
BHEL has just broken out of a small triangle pattern on the upside. Great momentum right now. My targets would be around 265 and 272. So these are the two targets. Support would be around 230. So great setup for a short to medium term position.
Okay, great setup there for the short to medium term. Next query for today is coming from Rohit Sarkar, who's writing to us from New Delhi. He's holding 600 shares of KPI Green. Price is 400 rupees per share. Astha, long term, what should they do? Continue to hold this?
Yes, for KPI Green, we are recommending continue holding this counter because what we believe that their earning growth is looking good to us, plus the installed capacity of more than 1+ gigawatt is a strong one. In fact, what we believe that the company has also got a strong ratings from the ICRA. I think it was around A positive. So on that basis, and their geographical expansion is also looking good to us. So all in all, we are recommending hold on this counter.
Okay, recommending a hold on this counter. Somil, what is your view coming in for KPI Green? Viewer has bought it at 400 rupees. Should they continue to hold this for the long term?
I think in the very short term, I'll be expecting a small correction or a pause because it's already had a very good rally. Support would be around 500 and 480. 480 is exactly 200 daily moving average. But the medium term outlook is great. So I'll suggest to hold for a target of at least 580, 590 levels.
Okay, hold for a level of 580, 590 levels for KPI Green. We'll keep an eye out on that. But that was the last query for today. So Astha as well as Somil, thank you so much for joining us on the show as always and helping our viewers solve all those stock-related queries. Thank you so much for that. Now looking at the Nifty, a quick check there. 26,000, I beg your pardon, 26,050 is where the Nifty is trading at. Continues to trade around about the 26,000 levels today. No complaining there. And in the last 20 odd minutes, we've seen an up move coming in from Apar Industries. They reported their numbers, good set of numbers that's come in from the company. The stock is up more than 3%. In just the last 1 hour, it's seen an uptick of 3%. So keep an eye on that one. 4% uptick after that as well. And 5-star Business is another one that is managing to hold on to gains or recovered from the day's lowest point as well. So good uptick there in the last 1 hour for this one as well. But with that, we're absolutely out of time. So thank you so much for tuning in. Remember always to email us your stock related queries on that email ID at the top of the screens. We'll get them solved with our experts. But for the last hour of trade, you have Closing Bell up next.